change the slides?
Some technical question, how we change the...
That's fine. Okay.
They will come.
Okay.
Okay.
Good morning. Thank you, first of all, for the invitation and the opportunity to share with you some of insights from a tech company. I will start by saying that I was born and raised in the island of Skopelos among families of seafarers and a father who was a captain. So my childhood is connected to stories from exotic places, trips, harsh weather conditions, ports, and of course the absence of my father. Since then, many things have changed. The trips are shorter, the communication much easier, and shipping is a modern industry. We live in an ongoing changing world. Technology is one of the key drivers and catalysts of the change. How we will see and how we will use technology, if it's going to be an ally or not, it's up to us, and it's up to the people we will have. The previous speakers talked about the importance of the people, the importance of the knowledge they carry, the importance of the skills, the competencies, and the culture we drive and we develop within the ship, but inside the company overall. I'm going to share with you how a tech company like Microsoft is driving recruitment, what is our approach, and how this is connected to the overall cultural approach we take as a company. Talking about recruitment cannot be isolated from the overall discussion of the workforce of the future. And workforce of the future is an ecosystem. We talk about talent, skills, culture, organizational structure, leadership capabilities, and management. So all of these elements should be into the discussion when we talk about the workforce. When we search for talent, and we talk about talent, we always start with the questions: what are the right skills? How we can find the right talent? And having in mind the artificial intelligence impact today, we all know that most of the companies, actually all, drive internal assessment where they look after specific tasks, specific processes, how they can be replaced by artificial intelligence, and who are the right people who are going to drive this digital transformation. Diversity and inclusion is a reality. Our world is diverse, and there is a lot of discussion around diversity, but still inclusion and equity, it's not where we need to be. So discussion right now, it goes to the inclusion and equity. What are the processes internally, the policies we introduce in order to drive inclusion? Upskilling and reskilling. The surveys show that every 3 years we need to reskill our people, 50% of our people, which means that we need programs to upskill and reskill on a continuous basis. We need programs where we can attract talent from different pools, not from the traditional ones. This forces us to look out of the box, to think out of the box. And also, hiring is the starting point. What is the talent investment? How we will proceed with the talent management? There is a shifting of demand. There is a shifting demand of skills today, and this is pretty much driven by artificial intelligence. We expect every person, every employee, to have an artificial aptitude in the future. But besides that, besides the technical ability, today we are discussing about some other skills. Skills like analytical judgment, flexibility, creativity, collaboration, growth mindset, resilience. In a fast-moving and changing world, we cannot expect people to have only the hard skill. We expect people to have these soft skills as a base, as a solid ground, where we can build, where we can upskill them and be able to change as we go. This becomes even more important right now. How we select the right candidates? Do we go for a person for the job or for the right person for the company? That's a big question. And I can tell you that we always look for the right person for the company. The person that might not fit 100% in the job, but this person has the right capabilities, the right soft skills to fit into the company culture, and we are able to further develop this person. So for every position we launch, we need to see, is it critical to cover it all? Can we train the candidates? Can we change the job specification in some cases? And the order we look the candidates is the cultural fit, the knowledge and qualification, the right soft skills, and the niche skills. 7, 8 years ago, Microsoft started a cultural transformation, a cultural journey, I would say. This was driven by Satya Nadella, our CEO. When he was appointed CEO, he introduced the perspective of he wanted to turn the culture of the company from people who know it all to people who can learn it all. And this practically is the concept of growth mindset. Talking about growth mindset, we are talking about the ability for every one of us to learn, to grow, and to thrive. We admit that everyone carries a non-predetermined potential. Through the right trainings, through the right activities, we can learn, we can try new things, we can fail, we can learn from that, and we can develop ourselves. So this is practically the concept of growth mindset. And this is supported by 3 main pillars: customer obsessed, diverse and inclusive, and One Microsoft. We would like to be open to our customers. We would like to go there by asking the right questions and be able to get from them what are their needs and challenges. Through this process, we are able to offer to them what is best for them. Diversity and inclusion does not come to the expense of the business. It comes to the benefit of the business. And our intention is to remove the internal unconscious biases we have in order to be truly inclusive. And we are not talking about the gender diversity. We are talking about the cultural, the language, the neurodiversity, many aspects of diversity, and in some cases, the hidden diversity. One Microsoft is how we can be one company in terms of, despite any disagreement we might have, how we can serve a common purpose, a common mission, how we can be able to compromise and come across as one team. Nothing can be done without the leadership support, without the leadership drive. That's why we came up with 3 leadership principles: create clarity, generate energy, and deliver success. And nothing is sustainable without a value system, which includes respect, integrity, and accountability. And at the end, the cultural change, the cultural journey is the job of every one of us. So we set some expectations for managers, like model, coach, and care. We expect from all of us to be the role models, to walk the talk on a daily basis, to challenge ourselves, coach the people around us, the people who report to us, and also care about the people. So we introduced a process that we call screening in for recruitment. And this process takes into consideration a variety of skills we look for every job, which includes the cultural element as well. When we post the job for a vacancy we might have, we look after what are the competencies, the skills, and the knowledge we expect from the candidates. And this does not come across by itself. It comes across by assessing what are the gaps we have in the particular team, what we would like to have, how we would like to drive the team in the next year. It's not only about today, it's also about tomorrow. So we come, in some cases, we look for some knowledge as a base. the knowledge might not be applied so far by the candidates, but this is the base with the right skill in the development to develop the right skills and be the right candidate for the job. So we are talking about a combination of different skills and competencies that we look for every job. We have grouped these skills in 3 main groups: managerial, soft skills, and hard skills. Depending on the job, depending on the seniority of the job, if the job is technical or business, managerial, executive, etc., we have the right combination of these skills. And through the interview, we go through the discussion with the candidates discussing these particular skills. How we identify our talents? As we said before, the continuous change, the continuous transformation we are going through drives us to look outside of the usual pools of talent and look after different pools of talents. So we are talking about graduate, apprentices, industry experts, people who know the Microsoft technology, but also people who come from the competition and can be reskilled, women in technology, veteran, disabled professionals, and people with neurodiversity. All of them bring different type of talent, different skills, but this is the beauty, how we can take advantage from all these differences and look for the future. Hiring is the first step for the people when we attract people. The onboarding and the management is equally important. So we pay attention to the onboarding. The manager drives the onboarding, but also we assign a peer mentor and shadowing activities for the person for a quick ramp-up. Targets and rewarding. Our targets is a combination of numerical targets, but also descriptive targets which reflect the cultural aspects and also specific behaviors that we would like to have to drive the attainment of the numerical targets. So we look after the what, but also the how. The rewarding process takes place between the manager and the employee, but takes into consideration feedback from the manager, feedback from peers, from other managers, and also what is actually the attainment regarding the targets. So it's, I would say, a more holistic view of the person's performance. Developing, growing, and learning. This is how we drive the sustainability and the development of our people. Every one of us has a personal learning plan based on the role. But besides that, we have a development plan which reflects the needs for development for the current role, but also for the future. What we want to do in the future, and what type of skills and competencies we would like to develop, and what are the activities we need to go through in order to develop the skills. And of course, mentoring and shadowing is equally important. Any system needs to be improved as we go. We need feedback, we need to reflect on what we do, and based on that to take the necessary actions, the necessary policies in order to improve our approach. So we go after we issue a specific number of surveys during the year. We have a yearly survey that goes to all full-time employees, where we include questions about the strategy, the culture, the leadership, the collaboration, the work-life balance, multiple questions, and people anonymously can answer these questions and give feedback to the company how they are in the company. All these questions, all these answers are assessed, and based on this assessment, we drive internal discussions with the people, with group of people, where we get proposals and based on them, we drive some changes and some improvements. We have a daily pulse where a survey is issued to 2,500 of employees. This is a random sample, asking some questions again. We have exit survey, onboarding survey, internal mobility survey, different surveys taking feedback from the different points, let's say, of activity. And our goal here is to capture as diverse as possible input, and based on this input, to make the right adjustment. So, closing my presentation here, I would like to say that this is a journey. This is not something that we develop once, we land once, and we stick to that. We make changes on a yearly basis, and what we find as equally important is we need people to be part of this journey, to give input, to feel that they contribute to that, and we take actions based on this feedback. Thank you.